to say. I mean, I've seen it for the first time, but it just presents you with a very different picture from what you get from news channels, and that's where documentary filmmakers come in. And it's so disturbing, we see it so well in your film. The whole disconnect between the upper echelons of AAP and the lower echelons, and that I think is the most disheartening story in a way, especially coming from AAP, and now of course whatever is happening, the inter-party brawls. Would you like to comment about this particular aspect of the film?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think I was struck. I mean, basically the politics here, as you pointed out, is it's really the Khas Aam Aadmi and the Aam Aadmi, and that is there in this particular film. And again, the concept of people being, the people are dissidents and then they're removed from the party, or they're marginalized in some way, and then again, this is happening today. And in both, in terms of what is happening in the contemporary moment, I think, and also what happens here is, it's the principles of Swaraj. When Shazia leaves the party, she says, Swaraj is not being followed, and there's inner coterie. And then actually people in her own team say the same thing about her. And you can perhaps now make the same argument at this present moment also, in terms of, what's happened with Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan. So, regarding this Swaraj thing, I was just wondering if this is something that's actually, central to the party. That is, if any time, someone is not making their way in the Aam Aadmi Party, Swaraj is going to be brought up, or,
It's become like an excuse now.
Right.
At every level.
Right. And one thing I just wanted to share with everyone is that, this is in the outtakes. When Kejriwal was campaigning in Delhi, and he had the same rap, he had the same speech, but every time he would spend time, he would praise this one corporator, and he would say, this is the guy who follows the principles of Swaraj. This is the man we must emulate. And he spoke of a guy called Vinod Kumar Binny. And Binny is the first guy to rebel against Kejriwal and the AAP when he doesn't get a cabinet berth. And he brings up Swaraj. Swaraj is not being followed.
I know everybody is dying to ask a question, but I just want to ask
one. Going back, like what made you choose Shazia Ilmi? Why not other people? Was it a lack of choice or permissions? What were the reasons behind choosing one candidate and not more? Would you like to elaborate on that?
Well, I definitely wanted to follow one candidate, because to tell a story of one campaign, although, our team, that's basically me and my partner, Srirupa was sort of handling, 3 constituencies. And she was not doing film work. She was just doing research, ethnographic research, and I was focusing on this. Why Shazia? Well, firstly there was, she's a former student. We'd not really been, I was teaching at the MCRC. We've not been in touch for a very long time. But then a common friend put us in touch again. And also I think actually this was, she was very open, accepting, and I wanted to film this campaign. But the particular sort of politics of this campaign was also fascinating. Here's a Muslim woman being brought in from outside. She's not from Arkipuram. There was this question, what is AAP doing? What are the kind of identity politics they're playing? Because they're not playing it, and also the gender politics that are there. Shazia being, really wanted to work on gender issues here. So I thought that was potentially very, very interesting to follow.
And you didn't think that you should, it was a decision that you should only follow one, and it works out really well in the films.
Yeah, we felt it would just have been really diffuse if we followed another campaign. Though the original plan was, when we were actually looking for a grant, waiting for a grant to cover the national elections, and we were going to look at more than one campaign then. That would have been a very big project. That grant didn't go through.
Good, better.